Oh yeah, I need to turn the on for this to work. Wait, am I muted? I'm not muted. Oh, 1 second. Okay. I think that works. There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. Whoa, there we go. There we go. Are we awake? We awake? We are awake. Hello, everyone. Hello. 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 Let me make some room here. What do I got? Oh, yeah, that's ready. I'm like, why is there dust all over my desk? And I'm like, it's not dust. It's metal. Because I had to sharpen an axe. That's right. I had an axe to grind. Because I had to chop down a little tree in the backyard, and it was too big for my, like, I have a little, you know, pruning shears, but it was too big for that, but not big enough to, like, lug out the extension cable and get the sawzall and the saw and whatnot. Actually, I probably could have used my battery-powered circular saw. So instead I just used, like, a little axe I had, and I chopped down a tree with an axe. It was manly AF. How's everyone doing today? How is everyone? I'm back. Did you miss me last week? You guys actually, you only missed one stream last week. We still had the Friday stream. We only missed the Saturday stream. We only missed the Saturday stream. We're one down. Andrew Rogers, $10. Cheers and appreciate it. I'm looking forward to seeing everyone at the Rocky Mountain Rep Rap Fest fun. Cheers. Rocky Mountain is this weekend. So this is the only regular stream again this week. Can't stay starting first shift, new job. Money. Take care, Jake. Hope the new job is treating you well. How are we doing today? What are we doing? What are we doing? Who am I? Where am I? What am I? I don't know. I am a meat popsicle. I'm thirsty. I'm thirsty. I have some gamer subs. Are you thirsty? Buy some gamer subs today. Use code Canuck. Save 10% on your order. What are my thoughts on the MMU3 replacement? What do you mean? Is there an MMU4? What? What? Polymaker form link? It should be there. I could have sworn I hit save. Yeah, it's there. You might have to hit refresh. So if you want to enter for your chance to win some Polymaker filament, link in the video description, enter for your chance. I need to make some room here. First thing I got to do is make some room because we have all this stuff here. This is for, what is this for? This is for, is this Fizek stuff? This is Fizek stuff. Let's make some room. Let's make some room. Let's make some room. Okay. All this is for the Fizek, for the Venture XL. So I need to make some room here. It's garbage day tonight, so I need to make room. There we go. This is garbage. I have so much foam to throw away. It's just like, oh, more foam to garbage. Oh, more foam to garbage. Oh, more foam for the garbage gods. And then this can go over here with all of this stuff. There we go. That will be a problem for future Taylor. I do not envy that guy. Okay. So that's that. These are all parts for this guy. Here is the core one, but I don't think we actually need the core one today. I don't think we actually need the core one today, because today we are working on the XY motion system, if I remember correctly. I believe we have built the bed. So the bed is done. So now we are onto the Corexy motion system on the core one. So it's in development, successor to the MMU3. Okay. I mean, I know as much as you know. Is there a link? Is there actually information about that? If there is, post it in the Canuck Creator live stream channel on the Discord. I'll take a looky-loo, but I mean, the MMU3 works fine. So if they made it betterer, that's betterer. Missing parts of the Venture XL today, hoping to have. Yeah, they, Fizek sent me a care package that contained a bunch of stuff, screws, and I'm assuming it's stuff that was missing from the kit. So they sent me a little care package that showed up while I was traveling. I think that's everything. Also, I don't know where I put it, but I did get a nice little care package from Big Tree Tech as well. They sent a cryo grip bed for the core one, and then they also sent me another Panda Edge. So more care packages. Whereas there is no upgrade pass from MMU3 to MMU4. Okay, I figured. I mean, you can only keep an ecosystem alive for so long before eventually you do have to split. It's just one of those things. Like, you can only continuously support older revision hardware until a certain point. At a certain point, it's like a sunk cost fallacy. You do need to invest in a new system. MMU3 for the core one. Oh, did they just talk about it? I think I watched this video, but I don't know. Can't remember if I dove right into it. Best and worst thing about Sweden trip, Surströmming. Well, to be fair, I never ate the Surströmming. I'm gonna take a cop out and blame Grant for two reasons. One, I think he's traveling today, so he's not gonna hear me blame him. But two, he ran his stream long. He knew I was going live at 3 for my stream. And like, if you notice on his stream, I went down and tried the little salty stuff. And I was gonna do the same with the Surströmming. I was gonna wait till he was like puking chunks and walk up and take a bite and just try and tank it and act cool for the camera and then walk out of frame and puke or something. But he ran his stream long and like I already had my scheduled, so I couldn't do that. So, and then they threw it all out. So I never actually got a chance to try the Surströmming. I was actually wanting to try it, but he ran his stream long and I had to start mine. So we're gonna blame Grant. Thank you, Grant, for running long. I really didn't want to try that stuff. But we're totally gonna blame Grant because I don't think he can hear me today. So also, if you clip this and send it to him, I'm gonna know you're a rat. But no, Sweden was cool. Sweden was cool. For those that don't know, the reason there was no stream on Saturday and why the Friday stream was in the morning was because I went to Sweden. Bondtech, they opened up a new factory and they invited several of us out to take a look. There was also like a local meet and greet, and then also like an industry, like friends of the company type event. So it was pretty cool. I do have a video from that. I'm editing it right now. I'm hoping to get the edit finished today, hopefully, so I could send it off to Bondtech for them to give the thumbs up so that it'll be live this weekend. But it's a tour of their new factory. For those that don't know, Bondtech just opened up a brand new factory. They actually they got it a year ago, but like this was the official grand opening. So yeah. The stream from Bondtech was really well done. Dude, it was scuffed. It was basically my laptop running on battery with a Pocket Osmo plugged into it. That was it. Although I will say the Framework 13, hey, anyone from Framework watching, the Framework 13 is actually pretty good at running a live stream. The AMD Framework 13 actually runs a live stream pretty good. I literally just had 2 lavs because I plugged in my DJI Pocket Osmo 3 via USB, which turns it into a webcam, a 1080p 30 webcam, and the Osmos talked to it, and it actually worked pretty good. Bearded printer, $10. Excited to see so many neat people at Rocky Mountain. Rocky Mountain's gonna be fun this year. I don't know if it'll be as busy as last year because of timing, but it's Rocky Mountain. It's always fun. It's always fun. A lot of information from that. Yeah, there's still a few things we can't talk about in regards to Index. For those that don't know, if something has been mentioned about Index, it's because it's still either up in the air or they just don't want that information being out yet. It's like, you know, the first video I put out where we didn't talk about the heater, and everyone's like, why aren't you talking about the heater? It's because it wasn't ready to be talked about yet. It's just one of those things. Whenever you're developing something, you don't want to give away all the secrets right away so that all these companies can clone your ass. You kind of want to, you know, sit on it for a bit. Make sure everything's working before you come out and say, oh, this is what we're doing. Because, hey, stuff may change in testing. So, yeah. Will Index make me breakfast? Yes. Yes, it will. Before we move into the actual Prusa build, you guys, here, I'll give you a little teaser. Let me find this. 3D imports. Oh, I don't think I dumped it all. I don't think I dumped it all yet. Nope, I don't have it on the. I'm editing off. I'm being bad. I'm editing off my main desktop. I don't have it on the server yet. So yeah. So what are we doing today? Well, first things first, every stream we give away a spool of polymaker filament. Link in the video description. Enter for your chance to win. While you're down there, don't forget to like the smash button, subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed, ring the bell, and if you want to help support the channel, the content I create, and the things I do, you can channel membership, Patreon, blah 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 blah. There you go. Okay, good enough. We're ready to rock. Ready to rock. Gonna need this. We fail English? That's impossible. Of course, this box don't fit in this box. There we go. Box fit in box. Let's get rid of these flaps. Will Index make me taller and give me a glossy coat? It will. It will. It's also going to solve world hunger. And you know what? It might even bring peace in the Middle East. That's how revolutionary it is. Let's be honest, that ain't happening in our lifetimes. No, the Bondtech is a nice system. I think even Bondtech did not expect the level of height that they are getting. I don't think they even thought they would get that much height. So, yeah, 9 out of 10 dentists recommend. And you know what? The 10th out of 10th dentist, he actually does recommend it too, but he's a Bamboo fanboy, so he won't admit it. Okay, so where are we at? Where are we at today? Where are we at? We've got frame stuff here, frame stuff. Are we doing frame stuff today? I think we're doing frame stuff today. I think we're doing frame stuff today. Yep, we are doing frame stuff today. Okay, so that's that. I've got my, let me go grab my my tools. I think the last actual build we did was the Physek. Is all the stuff over here? Shoot. Oh my God, big printer is big. Why are you taking up so much room, Physek? Oh, there it is. The Venture XL is massive. There we go. That's that. That's that. That's that. Grab that. Grab that. Okay. I think we're good now. I think we're good now. A little surprised Bondtech didn't really understand how game-changing the Index really is. I don't think they. I think you're phrasing it wrong. I think you're taking what I said a little out of context. They knew they had a good system. I just don't think they thought the hype that they would get is as big as it is. I honestly, personal opinion, and from speaking to a few other creators and industry people in other different areas, like this isn't just Bondtech, this is like people outside of Bondtech me talking to. I think a lot of people were disappointed in the H2D. I think that's what it is, because I think they announced it on the same day as the H2D was announced. And I think kind of there was that dichotomy where the H2D came out and they're like, hey guys, it's a bigger, more expensive X1 with the dual two tool heads or two hot ends that can switch. It has a laser. And everyone was like, okay, it's cool, but like, I thought this would be like, you know, revolutionary. This is just iterative. And then 2 minutes later, Bondtech comes out. It's like, oh yeah, here's our tool changer with $35 tools that you can put on any machine. I think that's kind of what, I think that's what drove the, I think it helped with the hype, was it was like, it looks good. It looks better compared to the alternative. It's like, you know, it's one of those things that standalone looks good, but when you compare it to something, you're like, oh, actually this is really good. So yeah, I think it's about timing. It's about, it's actually something that is, in my opinion, actually new. So yeah, the fact that they made a tool changer where the tools are basically inert. There's no wiring in the tools. The tools are basically just have a Bowden go into them with filament. You don't even need the Bowden technically, you just have filament going right to it. And it's like everything's contained on the tool head. All the electronics are on the tool head. It's a very cost-effective, expandable system that is compatible with multiple different printers. You're not locked into an ecosystem with a printer and a company telling you this is how you're going to use our stuff. So I think they kind of, right place, right time. Okay, so what are we doing today other than talking and rambling? We're building a Prusa. We are building a Prusa Core 1. We already have a Core 1. You can see the green light there. But we are building a Prusa Core 1 now. So we are on part 3 of the build series, and we're on the Corexy part. So let's get to it. Let me find where I put everything. So we need the rod hinge holders, Corexy parts hinges HP set. Parts, motors. Okay. Oh, here we go. Corexy HB hinges. So the problem is I made the mistake of kind of cleaning up the other day, and I moved a bunch of stuff around, and I think I kind of put stuff in places I probably shouldn't have. That. We also need this. Is there anything in here? No. Oh, this guy. Need that guy. And then I'm gonna also need my screws. Which box did I put all my screws and fasteners in? This guy. Metal parts, printed parts. That. Electronics and fasteners. Booyah. Inductive heating with tungsten nozzle being used to allow FDM printers to print using metal wire. Temperature was never really an issue. You can get to temperature, no problem. If you're printing with metal wire, you need a MIG gun. You basically, if you're printing with metal wire, you're strapping a MIG gun to a motion system at that point. Like, yeah, there's like, you know, if you follow Project Dinky, they took a 3D printer and they used it for making PCBs basically by melting solder. That kind of works. It's definitely not the most elegant way of doing it, and there's a lot of limitations to doing it that way. And also they only did it for 2D. They didn't really build stuff up. So it's kind of like one of those things like, yeah, I guess you kind of can, but you really probably shouldn't. Okay, M310. M3... Nope. 310s. M310. Okay, so I need how many of these? 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then I also need M36s. Times 4, M36 times 4. M3 6 times 4. M3 6 times 4. M3 6 times 4. That's an empty bag. Oh, I think I spilt them all out. What place did you visit in Sweden? Bontek, and a place we had dinner at. It pretty much was a work trip. As much as I would have loved to take some time to go like visit, you know, some actual Swedish cities, we basically stayed in a hotel that was like 5 minutes away from Bontek by foot, and Bontek was an industrial park. So in terms of like experiencing Sweden, we experienced the train ride into Van Ramo, into the city where Bontek's at, and we experienced the train ride out of the city. They did take us to a place where we did the luge, though. You know, the where you ride down the hill on the track, and you can control the brakes, and if you don't hit the brakes, you go really fast, and you hit into the people in front of you who are going slow. Yeah, we did that. That was fun. That was fun. M36. Where are all my M36s? Was I just running low and did I put them in a different bag? I think I might have put M36s. M36s. I need 4 M36s. I mean, I could just grab from stock if I really want to. We're just gonna grab from stock. I'm being lazy. How many do I need? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. Don't tell I'm using stock. Okay. Let's build. So we've got these pieces, those pieces, we got the screws, and we've got the halo. Next. Okay, so insert 2 M310s in the rod holder left. Do not tighten them completely. Okay. And then insert. Okay. I'm going to be at Murph. I do not know if I'm going to be at Murph. I don't know if I'm going to be at Murph just because of the timing of it this year. Because it's Rocky Mountain's closer to it. It really depends. I'm going to be talking to a few people and see what's going on. But I don't know if I'm going to Murph this year. I went last year. It was fun, but it's definitely, I don't know. It's changing. We'll see. We'll see. Do there appear to be any wobble on the nozzles when it loads? No. Here's going to be something that I think a lot of people are going to have trouble judging. And that is, and I've already seen a few people where they comment on the print quality. And you need to understand, it's a nozzle and a tool changing system. It is not a 3D printer. So if you put the index system on, say, a clapped out V2 that's been rebuilt and rebuilt 20 different times, because it's an engineering testing device, and the firmware is all over the place and everything's just kind of, you've never taken the time to actually tune your printer properly, and you just slap this system on and your belts are loose and your bearings are crap and your firmware is kind of out of date and you haven't done your proper tuning and it prints like crap. But guess what? That's not the index's fault. That's your printer's fault. Because it's not a printer, it's a system that you put on a printer. So, okay, that, there we go. Did I miss something? I don't think so. Yeah, we're good. Next. Put all those in. Okay, so now, what's different about it? For Murph, I think it's just the type of event it is. It's changing from more of a kind of industry event to more of a like local event, I think. Like a lot of the companies that I normally hang around with, that I talk with at these events, they're not going. It's I don't know. It's it was the first big 3D printing event, and then everything else kind of started, and everything's kind of overtaking it. I'll be honest, I'll probably still end up going because it's local-ish. It's like a 3-hour drive for me. But we'll see. We'll see. It depends if I got anything going on with the family. Because I'll be honest, I burned up a lot of brownie points with the wife and my mom watching the little guy over the past little bit so far. The start of this year was a little heavy on events and covering for going to these events. So we'll see. Okay. Place the XY plate as shown. Bent parts on the plate must point upwards. Divide the rod holders on the left and right side. Ensure that you're preparing the correct part for the correct side. Use the chamfer. There we go. So this one goes here, and this one goes here. I'm going to move me over here. There we go. Okay. So we have this here, and there's little indents on it that you can see there for locating. So we'll see. If I go, I go. If I don't, I don't. Okay. So place the rod holder on the top left corner. Using that, secure with 2 M36s. Place the rod holder on the right side. Okay, so like this. That ain't gonna fit. Need to get the right size. So we'll see. If I go, I go. If I don't go, I don't go. We'll see what I got going on at the time. If I have a bunch of stuff on the go, we'll see. Okay, so let's see. So it goes in. You got to be careful because there are 4 sets of holes and they go on the inward holes. So go. There's that one. And then we do this guys. And it's going to its roots as long as 3D printing setup. The thing is, though, if it's just a place to go and hang out with people, that's fine. But like, this is where work comes into play. As a content creator, it costs money to go to these events, okay? Now, I can get companies to sponsor it and cover it and whatnot, obviously. But it's still, it costs time and money to go to these events and then put the videos out and whatnot. So, last year, for example, I went to just go hang out. I put out one video from it, and it was just kind of like, oh, here's a quick, like, 10 minutes of random stuff from the event, because nothing really gets announced at Murph anymore. Nothing really gets like shown at Murph anymore. It's not like it used to be. So for an industry event for content creators to go to, there's less content to make there because a lot of stuff is already covered at earlier events in the year or holding off for later events in the year. So if, for a fun event to go hang out and meet up with people, yeah. So we'll see. We'll see. I might go, I might not. I don't know for sure yet. So. Okay, more metal parts. Metal parts 1 of 3 package. Metal parts 3 of 3. That is motors. Printed parts for 1 rod. Chamber and electronic parts. I think I accidentally kind of threw it all into. There we go. Got these guys. Oop, that's a PCB. You don't want to lose that. I don't even know where this is supposed to go. We'll put that with electronics, because that's the last thing we want to lose. Okay. So where is those green ones? XY printed parts package. Schedule events. I think honestly the venue plays, like talking to companies and whatnot, the venue is the biggest, the location. As fun as, you know, guess it doesn't get said often, as fun as Goshen is, it's a pain to get to. If you're traveling and you're not like able to fly in locally, you have to fly into Chicago, and then you have to rent a vehicle and drive 2 hours to Goshen. And Goshen is, you know, it's a small town. It's a small rural town. There really isn't a lot to do there. So, you know, it's not like, oh, hey, you know, I can bring the family and they can go off and wander for the day. That's not really a thing there. I think a lot of it has to do with the venue. Okay, where are the bearings at? Bearings found in electronics and fasteners part. Okay. Bearings. Bearings? Bearings! It's hot as hell. Yeah, it's pretty hot in there too. Not gonna lie. It's actually kind of warm. The food is good. Yeah, the food is good, but like, you get good food in a lot of places. These are really heavy bearings. And I like that they actually have their ball bearings press fit into the idler instead of using pin bearings. And these actually got some weight to them. I think these are, yeah, they're steel bearing, or they're steel too. They're not aluminum. That's nice to see. Okay. So we got that. So we got that. Oh, I need 2 of these guys. These are from the Corexy hinge package. Okay, got these 2 guys. So I got that, got that, got that, got that, got that, got that. Now I need M318s. $330, $25. 10 and 318. How many do I need? 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then I also need M38RT. 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 38 RT. Okay, so I need 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Dude, on the flight back, tip for those flying to Europe: if you ever fly, if you got to go to Europe, look at Iceland Air. It's relatively cheap compared to some other airlines. It is a budgeter airline, but I've had really good results flying Iceland Air. So I put those back in the wrong thing. This is gonna suck in a bit, but okay. Problem is their in-flight entertainment sucks. Their selection sucks. So I downloaded a bunch of movies. I watched Godzilla -1 on the way back. That shit was good. Okay. Assembling the XY carriages. Take one of the XY carriages and orientate it as shown. Okay, so that would be this guy. Okay. Insert one GT220 idler pulley in that. Push one M318 through the pulley and tighten it down, completely down. Turn the part upside down. Okay, so let's get started with this. Okay. So we have, I want to match this. So this looks like that. So mine looks like this. Okay. So That goes there. Then we get an M318. And that just goes right through. There we go. Okay. And then there's another one that goes in on the other side. And these parts are printed in carbon fiber nylon, for those wondering. So. They have the flanges printed into it, so you don't have to worry about lining up washers or anything like that. And there we go. So we got that, and we got that. Repeat the same procedure with the second XY carriage. Okie dokie. Flight to Belgium. I didn't have time. I honestly, I really wish I could have gone to the Prague Maker Fair and like visited Prusa and all that while there. But unfortunately, like, did not have the time. As much as I would have loved to, I did not have the time. There we go. No, it was PC. Is it PCCF? Actually, you're right. It might be PC. Yeah, it's PCCF. Did I say nylon? PCCF. Overall, good experience. I mean, it wasn't bad. It's a cheaper airline that gets you to Europe cheapish, and you get to spend an hour or two hanging out in Iceland. The airport's really nice. Okay, prepare the linear holder left, which is this guy. Attach one of the X carriages to the linear holder. Install it with 3 M38s. Okay. So that goes like that. Okay. So this, I guess, just kind of goes like that. Okay. Get that started. What was my favorite meal? Actually, Sweden was really nice because it's a very meat and potatoes type of place. So I got along really good. Although we did have a nice like barbecue at the place Bontek took us to on the last night. So that was nice. Like a barbecue buffet type thing. Get some fermented chard. Okay, I'll be honest, when it comes to Iceland, like, the only place I've been there is the airport. I haven't been further than the airport in Iceland, so... So I didn't get to do a ton of cool stuff, but... There we go. Turn the linear motor upside down. And install that with those. Okay. So this goes right next to it, I guess. And then this gets installed with those M38Ts. I didn't see a single IKEA. I didn't see a single IKEA the whole time I was there. It was really nice though. It was really nice though. Like, I filmed the tour video that I filmed was with Martin, who's the CEO and founder of Bondtech. So. Nobody in Sweden uses IKEA. That's a bold-faced lie, and you know it. That is a lie, and you know it. Swedish people love their IKEA. Okay. Do that. And then we do the same thing on the right. Let me go back and make sure I didn't screw this up. Yeah, I did that right. Okay. That one's right. Now this one is like that. Okay. Go. And then flip that over and install that. It'd be funny if they didn't. Wait, is that sauna? Honestly, like, we were in and out. We got there Wednesday night. So I slept a little bit on the flight over from, so my flight out of Detroit was like 8:30 at night. Landed in Iceland at like 6 in the morning local time. So I slept a couple hours on the flight over. And then I didn't sleep at all from the flight from Keflavik to Copenhagen. And then we took, it was like a 2-hour train ride from Copenhagen to Värnamo in Sweden. I'm probably butchering the name of all these places, by the way. Well, the problem was the train ride there, the tracks had an issue or something. They were like fixing something. So we got kicked off the train and had to ride a bus for like an hour. So the 2-hour train ride became like a 3-hour ordeal altogether. And then like we got there, we went out for dinner at like a restaurant by the hotel, just a Chinese restaurant by the hotel. And then we went to bed. And then we woke up. We spent all of Thursday at Bondtech, like literally the whole day at Bondtech. And went back to the hotel, went to bed. And then the Friday, we woke up, spent the day at Bondtech, went out for the afternoon to like a luge place, like a mountain resort place where we got to ride down the hills and we had dinner and whatnot. Then we went back to the hotel, went to bed, woke up, got on a train, went home. It was pretty much a work trip. No, unfortunately, no fun hanging out, doing cool stuff in the Sweden, but. Okay, so this goes like that. How does it go? Oh, it like sits in between? I'm looking at it. Does that sit in between? It does. Okay, so that goes like that. And this kind of looks like that. I'm supposed to balance it. Aha, I balanced it. Okay. So that looks reasonably correct, I think. Now we need some rods. Let me go get my metal rods. So I'm gonna need smooth rods, and yeah, let me get my shiny metal rods. Look at my shiny rods. So we got 2 8mm ones and 2 10mm ones. Whoa. Okay. And we also need M36 screws. I don't know where all my M36 screws went. I'm ruining the aesthetics because I'm using, oh no, I only have 3 left. No. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. I mean, I'm oh no. Gotta have M36s somewhere. There's gotta be M36s somewhere. Gotta have M36s somewhere. I mean, I got a whole Prusa I took apart. Really? 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 Okay, I guess I gotta actually dig for these M36s. Yeah. Wait. Oh no, we're good. We're good. We're good. Okay. Okay, so slide both rear holders on the 10mm smooth. Okay. Okay. Line up the rods with the end of the holders, push the end through that. Make sure the lead screw, or make sure the screws on the rod holders are pointing out of the frame. Okay. So the screws face out of the frame. Okay. Okay, why would you do this? Why would you put them in and have the screws facing inward in this step, and then in this step, have the screws facing outward? Hey? Prusa. Prusa. The screws face inward in this image, and in this image, they face outward. You should have had them reversed on here. Because you're telling people to put them together like this, and then put them together like this. Human brain dumb. Pattern recognition. You're breaking the pattern. Did you, photography course, they broke the 180 rule. Don't break the 180 rule. Don't break the 180 rule. Oh, they're pre-greased. Will I lubricate? Oh, the rails are pre-greased. These are pre-greased already. We are, we're already nice and wet. There we go. I am following whatever the instructions tell me to do when it comes to this build. Okay. So that's that. Line up the end of the smooth rods. So that's that. So that's that. That's that. There we go. How do you get into machining as a profession and wanting to catch a live stream? I was never a machinist. I was a mold maker. Okay, so while I do have some background in manual machining, bridge ports, lathes, grinders, that kind of stuff, like manual machining. I've never actually ran a CNC machine professionally ever. The only time I've done it is like dabbling with it at home or in my during my apprenticeship program. The bridge ports at the shop had Analam controllers with like canned macros built into it that you could pre-program and whatnot. Those are really nice, by the way. So yeah, I was a mold maker. So I was a guy who put the molds together. I would take the parts that came off machines and build and assemble the molds and take them apart and do assembly and engineering changes and whatnot. Okay, line up the left rod holder with the threaded holes in the plate. Fix it with 2 M36s. Okay, firmly tighten the screws into the holder. Line up the rod with the what did I do? Okay, there we go. There we go. So fix it with 2 M3. Okay. Waiting on the stream. I know I was gonna do it last week on last Tuesday, but I had a bunch to get ready before I left for Sweden. So I was like, you know what? I'll just wait and then carry on today. What do I use to insulate Toasty Boy? You can buy it at Home Depot. It looks like bubble wrap with aluminum foil. I can't remember what it's called. Reflectex, I think it's called. Okay, screwed up. Always get all your screws started before you tighten them down. Yep. Be careful, tighten these in, because you are screwing into metal. You don't want to over tighten them. And then if you over tighten them, you rip the threads out, and that would be bad. You do not want to rip the threads out. That would be bad. Okay, so we do that. Firmly tighten the screws in the screw holder. Fix it with 2 M3. Firmly tighten the screw holder. Okay. So do that, and we do that. Okay. Do that one, and then we tighten the back. Do not tighten the bottom screw. Okay. Find anything for Mother's Day? Yeah, I got her some chocolate and tea and whatnot. Although I did kind of goof. I thought I would be clever and be like, oh, I'll get her Mother's Day card. I'll get her a Swedish Mother's Day card, right? Yeah, I'll be like, oh, hey, here's a Mother's Day card, but it's Swedish. Ah. Yeah, it's a different day. I forgot. So I had to. Yeah. So Swedish Mother's Day is different than North American Mother's Day. Fun fact. I forgot about that. Okay. More printed parts. So we're going to need that tool, and we're going to need these XY joint parts. 1, 2. And where did I put that tool? I think I put the tool over in this box. Where did I put the tool? Uh-oh. I don't think I put it back in a bag. These bags. Oh, I think we're good. Yeah, found it right here. Got it right here. I did put it back in a bag. Okay, so we got that, we got that. Look how nice these prints are. How do I got dog hair on them already? It's a lot better than the original Prusa printed parts. I mean, they were functional. I've never had a Prusa that I built fail, printed parts fail. But the older PETG parts, you could tell they definitely had, the print quality isn't as good. Functional. Okay, assembly tool, M330s. Okay, need some M330s. How many M330s? I need 2 of these. M318s. M318s. I need 2 of these. And then M3NS nut. M3NS nuts, and I need 1 of these. Give me a nut. There we go. What else do I need? I need spacers 3.2 6x2. Found in electronics and fastening. Okay. Not in here. No. Nope. Okay, spacer, here we go, okay. Spacers, 3.2 6x2. What do they look like? They're these little guys. Oh, I think I see them. Oh, this is gonna be annoying. Don't drop any of this stuff. It's all little pieces. Okay, 1, 2. This is all in one bag, just loose. It's like, ah. It's in the small parts and fasteners bag. It's like, okay, don't lose anything, don't lose anything. There we go. Okay. The list continues on the next step. Oh my God. And idlers, okay. We're gonna put the idlers. 6 idlers. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then don't forget, if you want to buy one of these kits, if you want to build one of these yourself, I do have a link, a Prusa affiliate link in the video description. If you are looking to buy a Prusa Core 1 kit, pre-assembled, etc., or anything else from Prusa, even some Prusament, check out the link in the description and use that link because it's an affiliate link. It doesn't cost you anything extra, and it goes a long way in supporting the channel, so be sure to check that out. Okay, so insert 1 pulley into the lower position of the tool. Okay. Okay. Insert the second pulley into the assemble. Insert the spacer in. Okay. So we take this tool. That goes there. The spacer goes there. Okay. And then we take another one, put that on top. Okay. And then, which one is this? E4? It's this guy. What? It's just... Okay. Insert, okay, so do that, insert the spacer, insert this tool into the assembly tool, insert the second pulley, insert the whole assembly of the XY motor mount right. Which one's right? I'm assuming this one's right. Okay. Position the part according to the picture, note the beveled corner. Okay, well also it says E4, so that helps. Okay. Align the holes in both to secure with the M330. Then you take it out. Oh shit. I mean, that's actually... That's actually pretty freaking clever. Not gonna lie. Now you don't have to deal with the spacer crap. That's actually really nice. Okay. And then we put another one in with an M318. Of war on a tool like that when? That's, I don't know, as soon as somebody designs one. As soon as somebody designs one. Okay, and then we put the square nut in here. There we go. Okay. And then we do it again. So you take bearing, spacer, bearing, right there. That is ingeniously clever. Oh, help if I had it on the right angle. That is ingeniously clever. There we go. Then we put that in and boom, there we go. Okay, more screws. So what do we need? We need 2 more pulleys. We need, did I run out of pulleys? 2 pulleys found in an electronics package. Why would you put them in a different package? Why would you put them in a different package? Okay. M330s. How many do I need? M330s, I need 2 of these. 1, 2. M318s. 2. M312s, I need 1 of those. 310. 330. 312. I don't think it's in there. Okay. Probably one of these stupid bags I gotta sort through because I had a bunch of them open up on me. Which one's an M312? Where is my scale? 1 M312. That's M310. You're M310. You look like an M312. You are an M312. And then I need 2 square nuts. Nut. Square nuts. Give me my... Where are my square nuts at? Yee. How many do I need? 2. 2 square nuts. There we go. Okay. And then we need some printed parts. That looks like 1. That looks like 1. That looks like 1. And that looks like 1. There we go. It's been a while since I can catch up screen now. How for a while? Nice here. You have a core on the back. What's your? Or I like the core one. It's a very nice machine. Very nice machine. It's a nice mix between a machine that you have the ability to do some customization with, some repairability, a machine you can repair, a machine you can tinker with, but it's also very a turnkey machine. So it's kind of like it strikes a good balance between the two ongoing ethos of 3D printing, which is like, it just works and I actually can use the machine the way I want to use the machine. So I like it. I mean, in case you haven't noticed, when it comes to machines that I use, it's either a Voron or a Prusa lately, or other DIY machines. Okay, so let's see here. So that's the E2L, and that is the L one. So that's the left. Okay. So we put those in. That goes like that. Slide the tensioner into that. Ensure the parts are oriented correctly. Insert an M330 belt. Do not tighten completely. Turn 3 to 4 turns. Okay. So you go in here. So, yep. So the nut goes in there. You go like that. You go like that. And 3 to 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. And then we install a pulley with the M318. Screw goes in from that side. There we go. And then on that one, M312 goes into there. Wait, okay. So the M312 screw into the belt tensioner left, tighten, slightly tightened. 5 turns are enough. It must not protrude through the other side. Okay. There we go. Okay. No, this screw referred to as a tensioning screw will be used to adjust the door sensor. Oh, okay. So we can adjust it later. Okay, so that is the left side now. And now I'm assuming we do the same thing on the right. Yeah, okay. One, 2, 3, 4. Didn't even get started. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nope. Oh, it would help if I seated that in all the way. One, 2, 3. There we go. And then that comes in from that side. There we go, there we go. Screwing in the screw, that goes in screwingly. There we go. Voila. Voila. More screws, M330s, M325s. I'm not gonna be putting them back in the bags anymore. Okay. So how many M330s? We need 5. I got 2. 3, 4, 5. These all the same length. They are. Okay, so there's that. M318. One of these. M36s. I don't know where all my M36s went. Like, I don't know where all my M36s went. I had a whole bag of them, and I don't know where they went. I don't think I put them in this other one. Yeah, I don't know where all my M36s went. Like, if somebody remembers on another stream earlier in the build series where I put all my M36s, that would be great. But I don't know where I put them all, and it's annoying me. Because unfortunately, they're like a random... I don't stock them. How many do I need? 2? I got 2 here. Okay. There we go. Okay, got 2. Okay. The belt tensioner assemblies. There we go. There you go. Okay. So, install the core XY plate. Okay, so let's move you back there. You back there. I haven't done anything with these rods yet. Okay. So locate the corner of the fast on connect in the underside of the assembly. I got it right there. So let's spin this, I guess. Okay. The fast on assembly is underside assembly. Position the motor mount right on the Corexy plate as shown. Okay. So I'm assuming it's this one. Does it say right on it anywhere? I don't see a right anywhere on it. But I see that it's, yeah, that makes sense. Okay. That is that. Oh, it's got the little tab. The little tab there. Oh, it goes underneath it. Okay. Okay. Note the rectangular protrusion, slide the motor mount under, line that up, and then we attach it with M36s. One M36, that's it? In the designated hole. Oh, that's it? Just one M36 in the dedicated hole. Okay. I mean, is there anything? No, I'm just screwing into plastic. Okay, I'm assuming there's more robust mounting later on. Okay. And then this one goes in this set, I'm guessing. Oop, wrong one. Wrong hole. Okay, so that's that. That's what she said. Yeah. Okay, so now turn the Corexy upside down so that the bent parts face downward. Okay. And it looks like, spin it this way. Yeah, that goes like that. Okay, turn that, place a belt tensioner left assembly on the front left corner, align with that, line up both parts, secure with two M330s, and that comes down from the top, and an M318, okay. So this goes like this, because we have a little extra screw, because this side doesn't have that extra screw. So if that goes like that, this one will probably go like that, yeah. So this goes like that. Two M330s. Started, and then M318, go down the hole. There. Nice and tight, don't want to rip the thread out. Okay, did that one. And then we do the other side, same thing. Oh, I already grabbed it. Taylor, have you used PCTG filament? I don't think I actually have. I don't think I actually have, I'll be honest. I don't think I have any. Oops, shoot. Yell at me when I don't have it on the right camera angle. There we go. Supposed to be an upgrade. In what way? Is it an upgrade in temperature resistance, material strength, ductility, flexibility, hardness? What material property is improved? So. Okay. Ooh, rail time. Heck yeah. Let's get these rails out here. So there. Okay, so now M36s. Where are all my M36s go? I swear to God. Did I like miss a baggie of M36s somewhere? Like, I've got Haribos for days, but no M36s. I lost the bag of M36s, I think. Okay, linear mail beam and metal parts 3 of 3 package. Metal parts 3 of 3. Hold the metal beam. And then this latch, your gauge. Grab the rail. Okay, so we got that, and M36s. Okay, I need to go digging. Let me see here. Because this is all empty. So I can't steal any more out of here. You're M2s. You're not M3s. This one I had more bins of M3s in here somewhere. Maker spot, what are you? Oh, you're just... Like, how do you lose a whole bag of M36s? Seriously, who throws this shoe? How do you lose a whole bag of M36s? I have to go digging. Do a little digging. I am a dwarf and I'm digging a hole. Diggy, diggy hole. Diggy, diggy hole. 3, See, like, the funny thing is, like, I have tons of extra screws, but they're all just, like, mishmash all over the place. Like, I have spare screws. Let's see what we got in here. Nope. M36s. I've got 2 here. I need 4 more. Let's see. Maybe in these. M38s. Oh, there we go. M36s. Haha. Got a whole bunch. I don't think I ate them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. So I've got 3 left. Don't lose them. Hooray, whatever kit builder gave me this box of stuff. Okay. Linear rail, linear that. Under no circumstances, remove the anti-ejection safety pins. Wait for prompt in the instructions. Piece of cloth or paper towel to wipe. Okay, so let's get this out of the bag with my kniff. What time are we at anyway? 12. We'll get plenty of time. And then, of course, to clean our rails, we have some lemon pledge. Don't use lemon pledge to clean your rails. Just wipe them down. They should be pre-greased and lubed from the factory. You're just wiping off the excess rust prevention, and you don't want to wipe it all off. Don't use like a rag with like degreaser or ISO on it. Just use a rag to wipe off the excess, because you want these wet. If these are bone dry, that's just more likely to rust. So you want them a little moist, like an owlet. Okay. Yeah, and then no sand. I love how they remind you again. It's like, do not remove the green. Do not remove the green. Immediately after removing the linear guide from the package, wipe off preventive with a towel. Attach the linear rail on the beam up to the holes on the part. Insert and slightly tighten the M36 screws in a third hole from both ends. Okay. Okay. So we have this guy, goes there. This goes towards the middle. Insert and lightly tighten. Okay. Move the linear carriage approximately to the center of the rail. Do not remove the linear carriage in any way in this step. Okay. Relocate the safety pins from the end of each roller to the fourth hole in the safety rail. Okay. Where are tweezers? I need some tweezers for this, or pliers, I think. How many hours? Well, this is the third build stream. The first one, I don't know, 5 or 6 maybe. There we go. There we go. Relocate those. Gently squeeze. Insert 2M in the 5th holes from the end of the rail. Tighten just slightly. All right, and then insert the tighten just slightly. So we're just getting all these screws in and we're not tightening them. We're just go all the way in, back off. I mean, they could have shipped it with the stoppers like this instead of us having them move. You could just ship it like this so we don't have to take these out. But not really a big issue, let's be honest. All right, so now, see, they're all loose, nothing's tight. Okay, do not remove the safety pins from the rail. Okay, now we need M38TR. Wait, so M38TR. All right. Oh wait. These aren't them. Are these them? M38RT. These are M310RTs, not 8s. There we go. One. How many of these do I need? 1, 2, 3. Oh, I think they're in here. So we need 3 of those. Two and 3 of those. There we go. Okay. So we need that and linear rail assembly. So we need that. So was there a step where you're supposed to tighten these? Tighten just slightly. Yeah, everything's just tightened slightly. Okay. And then we need these, and then we need these. Do not remove the safety pins. Position the assembly with the motor mounts like that. Okay, so here, we're gonna want this, like this. We want these roughly in the middle. Okay. Motors up. That looks correct. Okay. That goes there. Attach the linear rail from the side. Secure with M3/8Ts from the back. Okay. So that. Okay. Let's do this. Have you missed much? I mean, kinda, sorta, maybe, yes, no? We're getting the Corexy motion system put in, or assembled. Getting everything started, then I'll go through and tighten everything up after. Okay, so now move that up to the front for a little de-racking. There we go. Don't want to accidentally strip the screws. There we go. Okay. That is that. Next. Gently squeeze the safety pins. Oh, are we removing the safety pins? You can discard the safety pins as they are no longer needed. Joyous day. Wow, I might have to fix these. We are a little racked. Let's see if I can fix that quickly. Loose, 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 loose. All sheet metal, so I might have to no, it's still cracked a bit, but that's fine at the back. There we go. We're fine at the back. There we go. These might be different sized. There we go. So So now we can discard these in the bin. Okay. That's that, that's that. Next. For the following steps, please prepare. Need that printed part. Nope. Find that part. What is that part called? Bed stop rear. Nope. 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 What? Bed stop rear. Gantry. I don't. Back assembly, filament. Core 2 of 2. Where's 1 of 2? Assembly. I don't see bed stop rear. None of these are bed stop rear. Where is bed stop rear? Oh, the last one in this bag. That's one. Okay, M38 RTs. How many of these do I need? 3. One, 2, 3. And then T-nuts. That's funny, I am already packed for Rocky Mountain. This is the fastest and earliest I've ever been packed for an event, because no joke, I literally came back from Sweden. I took all my laundry that was in my suitcase and I threw it in the wash. And then as soon as it came out of the wash, I threw it back in my suitcase and I'm like, cool, I'm packed. So I was like, that was quick and easy. Okay, so we gotta put some, install some nuts here. One. There we go. And then, oh, there's one on the other side too. There we go. Okay, now we're going to need this. That goes forward. Position the Corexy assembly, ensuring that the motor mounts face upwards. Okay. Insert the bed stop under the protrusion at the rear. Align all 3 holes and secure together with M38Ts. Okay. Okay. There we go. So that is that. The upper screw is screwed into plastic with no pre-cut threads. Do not over tighten. Okay. Oh, motor time. Motor time. Motors. Okay. And I need some gears. Some sort of metal gear. Okay. Pulleys from the electronics and the multi-tool. Okay. And then they should be labeled X and Y, or X-axis, Y-axis. You know, it's a Corexy, so there is no X and Y axis. There's A and B motors. Okay, got that, got that, got that. Sweet. Next, okay. Sorry, I was just watching a live replay the other day where you went on a rant about electronic steering being too much or too little. Pop in and yours in one. I mean, I have it on the lowest setting because I've already found I've already accidentally over torqued it. This one's not too bad for this kind of build, but it's like, look how big it is. This is how big you need to actually properly torque, because I've got a little one here for the smaller stuff, but they're good for getting stuff started. But when it comes to actually torquing, you gotta be careful. Okay, prepare the X-axis. Okay, so we got the X-axis. We have this guy goes on like this. We got the teeth going downward. And then we have a little spacer. So this guy can go there and that can go there. Okay, so you see we're basically recreating this. Slide that on, rotate the motor shaft with the part facing you. Set the gap, push the tool to firmly tighten. Okay, rotate. There we go. Okay. Firmly grasp it. Wait, I need a Allen key that'll fit this one. Where's my Allen key that'll fit this? Is this it? No, you're two. Is this it? You'll do. There we go. There we go. There we go. So that one's that one. Okay. And then this one has a bigger gap and the teeth are facing upward. At least that's what it looks like, yeah. And this is the Y-axis motor. You can tell it's the Y-axis motor because it says Y-axis motor. Use the hook, push the pulley, rotate, voila. Okay, and now we need this part, which is right here. We need that part and our motors. We're also gonna need that and, what size screws are these? M335. M335. 330. Where's the M335s at? Corexy M335s. Where the hell are the M335s? Oh, they're in here. Max temp is going to be for the index. Functionally, you're looking at a nozzle temp of under 300 because it does have a sock on it. It's not designed to be a high temperature nozzle. It's 300 degrees and under for nozzle temp. As for chamber temperature, you are going to have a PCB in the tool head. So same as most Vorons. So you're probably looking like mid 60s, maybe high 60s. It's hard to say at this point because nothing's finished. It's still in development and everything's subject to change. But as of right now, it would operate just fine in an enclosed Voron. Take that as you will. It's not really designed for like printing like the crazy high temperature stuff. Don't be getting this to print peak. Okay. So that. We got our belts, which I'm assuming are these guys right here. Look at my belts. My belts are belting. Look at these belts. Are they Gates belts? They are Gates pouch. Gates Power Grip. GT, LL2 GT. Let's belt this up. The next step covers belt installation and guiding on the Corexy assembly. Before starting, refer to the illustration. X belt is the top position, Y belt. Let's start. Oh, this is going to be annoying. I can belt up a Voron, no problem. But the moment I go to belt up something that's not a Voron, I'm like, oh, what is this procedure? What is this procedure? Okay, from the back left, focus on the motor mount on the left side. Create a loop anywhere on the belt so that the belt teeth are pointing inside the loop. Push that in, and then you drop the motor on. Okay, and that's the Y motor. Y motor, Y motor. So you go in here. Y motor. There you go. Yeah, so you push it through, you do that, and then you drop your motor on, and then firmly grasp it, do not drop the motor, and then tighten firmly with M335s. Firmly grasp it. Ah, dang it, I'm looking right into the light when I do this. There we go. Tighten all the motors after we're done, but there we go. There we go. Okay. Place the Corexy back in the horizontal position. So we tighten those next. Okay, so now we do a little belting. Okay, guide the left end of the belt through there and then forward. Okay. So you go. Okay. And then okay. And then we have, comes in through the middle. Okay, so let's take a look here. So we have these cutouts in the back. Okay, so it's more scalloped in the back, and it looks like it comes in through the middle and then loops out towards the side, and about 4 to 5 teeth sticking out. Okay, so that comes there, and then 4 to 5 teeth sticking out. Okay, so that's that. Let's pull a little bit more extra. Okay, so now back on the other side of the Y belt. Come around here. And then this probably just shoots right through here. And then it goes through here. And then same thing. Middle. And there we go. So that's that. Push the belt through the middle hole to the left hole. Let's stand 4 to 5 teeth out. It's difficult to reach an extruder holder with the belt. You can loosen the belt tensioning screw in front of the assembly. Well, I mean, like, these are pretty loose already. Okay. 4 to 5 teeth sticking out. There we go. That seems about right on both sides. There we go. Okay. And then we do it again on the other side. So I'm assuming this is very much the same. So this goes in here, spread that out, drop you on, and that's grabbing the motor. Yeah, good there. Then flip it up and tighten with the M335s. The dog is borking like mad outside. Oop. Why are you borking, doggo? Why are you borking? Wondering if neighbors have a dog or something. What's respect? Cheers. Thank you for becoming a member. Best way to support the channel, the content I create, and the things I do is become a channel member or a Patreon supporter. And if you're really cool, give some memberships to those in chat who don't have a membership, because gifted memberships are awesome. You get to hang out when we do members only live streams. You get videos early. And sometimes some other cool stuff like perks on the Discord. There we go. Okay, so okay, what is going on with the doggo? I may have to go check on him in a second, because he is borking like a heckin' foofer. Go. Try not to cross the belts or twist them all. Okay, 1 second. I'm gonna get this in here and then I gotta go figure out why my dog's just barking like crazy outside. I don't think my wife left for work already. So as you can tell, there's a lot of adjustment in those still. Hey, Steve. Okay, I'm gonna be back in 1 second. I'm gonna go figure out why my dog's barking. 1 second. Someone just wanted inside. Hey, Steve. Okay, don't pull too long so you pull the whole belt out. Okay, so we've already skipped ahead. I've run the belts. There we go. Okay, so that's that before proceeding. Okay, so we're gonna need the boating guide. Wait, do we tighten it all? Push the end of that, leave 4 to 5 teeth. So we gotta try and have this pretty even, I think. Just gonna be kind of interesting to see. And that's pretty even there. One more tooth here. There we go. There we go. Okay. So that's that. Before proceeding, check the belt routing. Yeah, it looks pretty good to me. That looks pretty good to me. Does it look pretty good to you? It looks pretty good to me. I think we're... Yeah, I think we're good. It'll squeeze up as we tighten it. Okay. The Reverend gifted 5 community memberships. Cheers and appreciated. Oh, what's his name? Unmembered themselves. Did they? I don't know. Why is the message redacted? Anyways, okay, so what do we need now? We need the printed part boating guide. Ooh. Boat and bend. Boating guide. Okay, it's got to be in this bag. It's got to be in this bag. Because I hate seeing the giant green thing. Oh. Where is boating guide? And printed parts package. Maybe, is it? No, that's door stuff. Boating guide. Where's the boating guide? Not that, not that. Filament sensor, spool holder. Boating guide. Oh, it's in this bag. And Marcel gifted 5 community memberships. Cheers and appreciated. Thank you. There we go. Okay. M310s and M3NS nuts and zip ties. Okay, so we got this little guy here. M310s. How many do we need? 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Need a nut. Drop a nut. And zip ties. You know, I think I already have a bunch of zip ties. More zip ties is more betterer. Okay. There we go. There we go. Okay, so now you gotta spin this around. Right round, baby, right round like a record, baby, right round, round, round. Ensure no belt obstructs the screw. Avoid screwing through the belt. So we kind of want to have the belts at least as even as we can get them at this point. And we want to make sure that we are not pinching them. Put the L key here. You'll feel if you're pinching the belts. try and tighten them in like a, there we go. Do the kitty corners first and then get it tight. Well, the HS3, well, the HS3 is outdated. You want the HS4 now. That's where the fun's at. Or the HS Pro, I mean. Okay. So that is that. Oh yeah, this, we still haven't tightened this rail. They still haven't told me to tighten, oh shoot, sorry. I had it on that the whole time. They still haven't told me to tighten this rail. So this rail's still loose. Okay, and then we put some, zip ties through this. Push the zip tie through the mount hole right. Route the Y motor cable through the channel. Hey, Nomad. Printed Solid rep. Oh, that's right. You work for Printed Solid now. Yeah, so we're just doing that. So at what point can I bug you for industry secrets? Does that mean that the positron is officially a Prusa project then? Like, how does it work with licensing with that? Because a lot of companies, no offense, by the way, but a lot of companies, if you design something on company time, a company can claim ownership of it. Now, I don't think Prusa is one of those companies that do that kind of thing, but I'm assuming that came up during discussions during the hiring process. I just find it funny if Prusa would just start selling them. Just orange positrons, Prusatrons. Okay, so we're doing a little bit of cable management now. Because remember, it's not about how the printer performs. It's about how good the printer looks while performing. And cable management is king. Okay, we're gonna put this little guy in on, where's that go? This side. Insert M3 nut into the motor mount right, attach the bowing guide to the center. Okay. I encourage to continue development of positron on your own time. Nice. That's good to hear. That is good to hear. There we go. So yeah, for those wondering, the filament can only come in the one side because it has this notch here. This side doesn't have the notch, so really you can only feed filament in from the one side, which is one of the things that I would have liked to see, is the ability to feed this thing from both sides, but because of the filament feed path, it has to come in from a side, and they only designed it to work from the one. So that is something, if I do need to criticize, is it would have been nicer to be able to do both sides, but not a deal breaker. Okay, so now LEDs, so the white found in electronics and the strut. I got the strut right here. Look at this strut, it's strutting. Okay. M34RT, M34RT. 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 M34T. M35, M34, RT. These aren't RTs. These are just M34s. Do I have M34 RT? M34 RT. M34 RT. I got M34, but no M34 RT. M34. M35 RT, but no M34 RT. I need M35 R or M34 RT, not M35 RT. Said I had them. Yep, yep. M38 RT, you're empty. No, no. M35 RT, M325. Yep. No, oh, M3, no, those are just regular M34. No, I need M34 RT, not M34. Maybe there. I do not have M34 RTs. No. 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 I mean, they're just M34 flatheads. How's the build experience? Except for screw annoyances, it's going really good. Except for some annoyances with screws, it's going really good. Now I'm trying to find if I have a thing of flathead M3s, over M2, that I can scrounge some M4s from. A 1. I mean, I can always just, yeah, we will make it work with what we got. I don't even have what I need to make it work with what I got. Shoot. How did I lose a bunch of It's the M36s and these M4 RTs. I know they really like their robot that they use for bagging screws, but I'll be honest, I don't. Okay, I need the electronics. So where's that LED strip? Which bag is it in? It is in electronics and fasteners. Oh. Pillbox. There we go. This is it. Yep. Okay. So, after removing a protective layer, the LED strip is abrasive or adhesive. Position the white LED near the core strip. Okay, so looks like there's a little notch on that side. Note the rectangular cutout that orient the strip on the same side. Stick the white alien strut on the side with the rectangular cutout. Okay, let me wipe this down with a little bit of ISO. Cheaper to buy a Mark 4S to get the upgrade kit or get a Core 1? It'd be cheaper to just get a Core 1. Even in, just think about it in shipping. It's one shipment. Prusa wire later. I have a disassembled Mark III that I need to turn to a Prusa wire, which that'll probably be the next build series after we finish the Core 1 is we'll do the Prusa wire. Because I know that build has been sitting on pause for a while. So we'll continue that on. There we go. You got the CAD. Oh, that's honestly one of the reasons. For those that don't know what the Prusa wire is, Fabrico sent me a nice little kit for it last year. It's basically a conversion kit that you can take like your Prusa Mark III and turn into a Corexy. Why? The problem is there was like no instructions for it. There was just like a long YouTube video about the whole build. And it's very hard to stream building something while watching a video on how to build something. So I kind of like paused the build for a while to figure out how I was going to go about the build, and then just other stuff came out. So we will get to it though. We will get to it at some point. It's just, we gotta get to it. Or yeah, sorry, it's a Prusa. Sorry, not a Prusa wire, it's a Prusa. Not a Prusa wire. It's the Prusa that we're building. I'm getting the two things mixed up. Okay. So we got the wires coming out this way. And I touched these LEDs, even though you're not supposed to. Let me wipe them down, because apparently you're not supposed to touch them. So I got finger grease on them. So let me just kind of clean all my finger gunks off. There we go. Okay. So I am totally using the wrong screws for this, but YOLO. How's the build going? It's going good. So this is that front beam lighting. There we go. Okay, following step, found in electronics and fasteners, M2.510, screw silver, and a zip tie. So, let's find that end stop. M2.5 by 10. I could have sworn I saw M2.5s in a bag. Yeah, there we go. Oh, no, that's M2 by 8. M2.5 by 10. Aha. 2 pieces, including spare. So I'm assuming I only need the 1. Okay. And zip ties, which are there. Okay, so flip this around. We flip this around a lot. Okay, so this is position the white LED strip facing towards you. Okay, thread the 3 zip ties through the core XY plate like that. Okay. Try not to accidentally loop your belts. Just be careful, don't loop your belts. Because there's a belt that goes under here, so don't accidentally zip tie your belt. There's that, there's that. Hello, 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 hello. Do not secure them yet as we will route cables through them. Okay. Oh, and you just get them started. Okay, I can do that. Okay, flip the assembly back with the motors facing upward. Okay. Okay, that with the motors facing upward. And then we install, place the door sensor on the left belt tensioner. Oh, there is a little resistor in there. I've never seen an end stop with an actual resistor soldered in there. I'm assuming the resistor serves a point, but I've never actually seen it done. Okay, secure the door sensor with M2.5. Tighten the bolt fully and then loosen quarter turn. The sensor must be allowed to move. Okay. See what I mean? Like this doesn't even have enough torque to. There we go. There we go. From the rear belt tensioner, tension the screws so it touches. Oh, so this is how you adjust the door sensor. So it pivots on the bottom, but then you also can adjust this screw here to push it forward or back if you need more or less tension. Clever. That's a mighty clever system you got there, Joe. See, you can adjust the screw if you need more or less tension on the door switch. Okay, and then we need a zip tie. Good old zip ties. And that comes out like that. Okay. There we go. There we go. And then prepare the cardboard box. Okay. So now we got to flip it over again. This is the 18th time we flipped the XY motion system over. We've become increasingly efficient at it. Let's see. Instead of a cardboard box, use one of these. Actually, I gotta clean this off. It's got some gunk on it because I was sharpening an axe. Yesterday I had an axe to grind, so I set it up on a jig and used my files and sharpened it because I had an axe to grind. But the downside of that is I've got dust on everything, metal dust. There we go. Wish I had more 1, 2, 3 blocks. Oh, I do. I do have 1, 2, 3 blocks. There we go. There we go. That makes more sense. Like, where are they all? And I'm like, oh, wait, all my 1, 2, 3 blocks are being used by the Venture XL right now. Okay. So we got our wires here. I'm assuming, yeah, we're gonna run the wires through that and then zip tie them tight. So flip the Corexy over, positioning that. Slightly lift and support the front of the Corexy with a cardboard box. Don't damage the door sensor. That's why they you gotta put a box here, because you don't want to pinch that. Route the cables through the doors, zip, and then tighten. Okay. So 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. It looks like everything goes under that. There we go. Yeah, so that comes up there and that goes under that. There we go. Voila. For the following, prepare smooth rods. M380s, okay. We got our smooth rods prepared. And 138T. Okay, got that right there. Oh, we need the base. Oh no! I accidentally popped off a key off my keyboard. Okay. So now we need that. Okay, you can live here for now. Grab the base. Oh shoot. Where's the 1, 2, 3 block? Is this the right way of doing it? No. Is it how I'm doing it? Yes. Take some room. Turn it this way so you guys can see what I'm doing. Okay, carefully insert the smooth rods through the heated bedded assembly bearings and mount points into the bed base. Okay. Okay. Temporary, hang the cables from the cooling fans over the rear panel. I need a piece of tape. Tape. Where's the start and end of the tape? Oh, 2 hours. All we've done in 2 hours is the XY. This was previous build. Okay. Shooting the balls out. Did I accidentally shoot my balls out? Hopefully I didn't shoot my balls out. Nope, we did not shoot our balls out. We're good. There we go. That's at the bottom. Okay. Temporarily hang the cables on the back. There must be space between the cables and the back panel. So I've already done that. Okay. Exercise caution when placing the assembly on. Must be. Ensure that no cables are pinched. Okay, so let's get rid of this. And it just kind of sits on top of everything, I guess. Okay. Oh, it goes in there. Okay. Okay, I think we're good. That kind of goes like that. And we tighten those. I wish I could see how far in it is. 1 second here. I want to make sure it's actually fully seated. Oh, you are not in. There you are. There we go. Yeah, there we go. There you go. That's that. There we go. Okay, that is fully seated. Now they're fully seated. And make sure you push down on the frame, not on the end stop. That would be bad. Make sure you're tying the right one. There we go. And then we tighten that. Move the linear rail to the center. Firmly tighten all the screws in order as shown. So we haven't tightened anything in the back yet. The threaded rod at the rear must pass through the bed stop when handling. Do not lift by the Corexy. Always lift by the base. Yeah, don't ever pick the printer up by the Corexy because the only thing holding it on is literally the friction of these pins. So don't do that. That would be bad. Okay, so move this to the middle and then tighten all those screws. Okay, I can do that. As shown in the order here. Okay, so tighten this one. Okay, then 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Oh, connect the ground. There's like a little, that comes up there, you plug that in there, and then you stuff the motor wire through that. Looks like. You stuff all the wires through that. Okay, that's that. And then we stuff the motor wire through there. You go through there. You go. Get in your hole. Get in your hole. Almost done. Almost done. Why they didn't route the wires through the hole now? We're doing it right now. We're routing the wires through the hole right now. And then push the cooling fan, thermistors, and cables through that hole. Okay. I mean, the reason you're probably not meant to do it right away is simply the pinch risk or something. Makes a bit of sense. So now we're ready. Come on. Yeah, shoot. Need pliers or something. Because these are a little hard to get through this hole. Because there's there we go. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so all those come out the back. And then route this one through. Oop. I lost me grommet. Get the grommet back in the hole. Can't lose the grommet. The grommet's very important. You don't have a grommet, you have a fire hazard. Make sure your grommets are in some place. Okay, now, on the backside, locate the oval screws under the cooling fan. The oval hole must be flush with the hole in the bed and the stop. To compensate, raise the rear. Okay. And then you attach it with an M38R. Where is that at? Oh, I see it. Okay. So that's in the back. The oval hole must be flush with the hole in the bed stop part of the opposite. .38, okay. I see it. Oh wait, M38T. One's M38. Is this M38? This is M3. Okay. Okay, so this, you raise it up. You get that started. And then shows it being centered. Okay. There we go. Okay. Really? There's only the... Oh, there's more screws to hold the frame together. Yeah, there's more screws to hold this all together. Yeah, there's more screws to hold it all together. I just haven't put them in yet. Okay. Route the cooling cables to the left hole in the X body box and plug them into the 4th and 5th fan slot labeled fan 1 and fan 2. Okay. So that, and then the thermistor goes to thermistor. I'm sure you don't need me to spin it to show you that you plug them into those two. So we'll just do this. So you go into that one there. There's fan 1. And then fan 2. And fan 2. Get them to line up. Emma, get in your hole. Get in your hole. There we go. Okay. All right, the chamber fan in. So there's the thermistor and that and that. Okay. There we go. And now we have more cables. More cables to route. Okay, I'm gonna spin this around so I can actually see what I'm doing. Ooh, it's getting heavy quick. It is getting heavy quick. Okay, guide the X motor cable through the right hole. And okay, so is this the X motor? Okay. I know I lost a grommet. Okay. So X motor cable goes to here. Okay. On the door sensor, which one's the door? Are these labeled? Which one's the door? Which one's the door? I'm assuming the LED is 3. Yeah, I'm assuming, no, they're both, damn it. Okay, I'm assuming the door cable is the longer one. Okay, the door cable is to the right hole. Connect the lower slot on the left side of the board. Which would be this guy. Okay. Guide the white LED strip through. Oh yeah, it's the green because you can see the colors. They have it's the thicker wire. Okay, guide that through. Connect it to the second slot on the right of the buddy board expansion. which is right here, and it's called LED. Okay. Guide the Y motor cable through the left hole in the Xbox, connect to the second on the left. Okay. Y motor right here. Okay. Okay. Ah! Gummy bears! I could do that. And I think we're gonna call it there for the, it's 1:45. I think that's about it for the build today so far. Do you think you'll see more machines? Maybe. I am not privy to their purview to their internal workings. I mean, I have an FL Sun, whatever the big one is. I don't like it. It's heavy. It's loud. It doesn't print that great. They're suffering from a lot. Sorry, I'm eating gummy bears. They're delicious. The problem is, well, it's not really a problem. It's good for us as a consumer. The market is changing. You can't get away with what you used to be able to get away with. Like, look at the Creality Ender business model. You just put out slightly iterative improvements each time and rely on the community to mod and fix your printer. That shit don't fly anymore. That shit don't fly anymore. When you can buy for $300, you can get a Centauri Carbon that just dances around any machine that needs tinkering and tweaking to get working for a budget price. The markets are massively changing right now, and if you don't keep up with it, you're done. So, like, that was one of the big things I've been, talking with other people and whatnot, is I really think you're going to see a lot of, and you're already starting to see it, a lot of consolidation and companies dropping out of the market, I think, over the next year or so. Like, you're really going to see, especially now with like the way tariffs are and shit, it is hard. It is hard to survive in this industry. Like, so Canada, $13.99 Canadian, $14.99 USD. How about these nuts? $14.90. Wait, is it really $14.99 US versus $13.99 Canadian? $1,000. This machine is $500 cheaper in Canada right now than in the US. It is $500 cheaper here than 20 minutes that way. Where's H2D? So base model H2D, $23.99 US. So 3,000 Canadian dollars is $21.49 US. How much you want to bet they're why is the price difference that much more on the H2D? Because an X1 is $500 different. And on this one, it's like $250. How much you want to bet they increase the price of it in Canada to offset so they didn't have to increase the price in the US so much? Because it's like, it's $500 different on the X1, but it's like $250 on the H2D. Why? Well, I know it's tariffs. I know that's why the Americans are overpaying. It sucks, but get what you vote for. But it's like, why is this one only $250 more expensive than the X1? Unless they're doing like Sony, where Sony's like, yeah, or even Xbox, yeah, we're just going to increase prices everywhere to lessen the effect the Americans have to pay for the tariffs, and all of us have to pay the increased prices. It's like, I don't want to have to pay more because, you know, got a clown show going on down south. Oh yeah, prices are never going down. That's the thing. They're going to increase the price. If you're lucky, they might step it back a little bit, but they're not going back to pre. Yay. So what's next? There's that. Delete bookmark. Delete bookmark. There we go. Warehouse stock, maybe. About y'all, but tariffs are what makes me grind harder at work. What does that even mean? What does that even mean? Grind harder at work. You know, as somebody who did work in a mold shop, surrounded by people that, you know, work 70 hours a week because, you know, they like to drive brand new trucks and have a boat and a cottage and put all their kids through like hockey and whatnot. No, because they were freaked out when hours got cut down to 40 hours. It's nice making, you know, 6 figures a year. What's not nice is making 6 figures a year and basically everything that comes in goes out, and you're basically panicking every time work slows down. Or you just live within your means, and if work slows down, you enjoy it. Okay, I bought the bamboo when it was on super sale and got a replacement price, and it was at Micro Center. That turns I have to shell an extra $300 to $500 to get the replacement. Ooh. Oh, you have to work a lot more. Yeah, it sucks. That's the thing. Like anytime stuff like this happens, it disproportionately affects those that have lower income, because, you know, if a banana goes up in price by 20%. When food is such a large portion of your budget, it impacts you more than Mr. Billionaire who doesn't give a fuck, right? You know, when a PS4, or what are we on, PS5? When the PS5 goes up a couple $100, that's going to hurt the person making a couple, you know, $100, a couple thousand a month versus the person making tens of thousands a month, right? It's disproportional. That's why it's really dumb to go, hey, let's try and get rid of all our income tax and replace it with tariffs. Because if you do that, it disproportionately affects those on lower income. But, you know, that's kind of how we roll nowadays, right? Rich people get off. Rich people get the Gucci stuff. Okay, speaking of rich people getting Gucci stuff, y'all rich in my eyes. Who wants to win some filament from Polymaker? Because we're going to be doing a giveaway in 7 minutes. So if you haven't entered yet, link in the video description. While you're down there, don't forget to like the smash button, ring the bell. If you want to help support the channel, the content I create, and the things I do, check out the links in the description. Some of them, like the Gamer Subs one, use code Canuck, save 10% off your order. Or if you just want to buy some filament from Polymaker, or buy a Prusa Core 1 or some filament from Prusa, cool, why not? Links in the description, affiliate links. Don't cost you anything extra, go a long way in supporting the channel. Check them out now. I'm going to tighten these because I don't like how loose these belts are. Definitely gonna have to do a bit of de-racking, but we'll deal with that later. I just wanted to get a bit of tension on the belt so that they can, because we won't be touching this for another week. So if I get some tension on the belt now, they'll stretch a bit. And then when I go to do the final tension, when we actually do tension them properly, there'll be a little bit of the stretch worked out. Can it really move? Oh, it moves butter. Like, I'm hooked up. I probably shouldn't be doing this because I'm connected to the controller board, but this is a really smooth motion system. So it's getting there. It's getting there. The only thing I don't like, we only have one screw holding the XY together. I'm supposed to put more screws in, but it hasn't told me to do it yet, so I haven't done it yet. But there's 2 more screws on the back here for attaching the XY motion system. Yeah, this is the kit version of the Core 1. If you get the, I did unbox a assembled Core 1 on the stream. So if you want to know what the unboxing experience is for the assembled version, you take it out of the box, you run a self-test, and you start printing. It's a lot quicker. So somebody's calling me. 1 second. It's spam. Let me see what it is. It's spam! And not the good kind of spam. Where's the fish now? We can't put it on here yet. I can't attach it till it's officially a Prusa. Although, thanks to Gantry Tech, we have a actual, let me go grab it because they were kind enough to send some goodies over. Hey, pupper. Where did I put it? There's the goodies. Ow. You ever have it where like you step on your ankle and it just feels weird? Hey, you okay, buddy? Oh, he's sleeping. So thanks to Gantry Tech, they sent some goodies over. So we have a cryo grip, I think it is. Cryo grip pre-glacier? What's pre-glacier? Or pro-glacier? So that is, yeah, that's the one I prefer. Yeah. Personally, I'm not a fan of the Frostbite. The Frostbite, while it's fun, the Glacier I like more because I don't like printing that cold because I much prefer the you know, I want heat in my chamber. And then they also sent me a Panda Edge, which I think this is the same one as the one I already have. Same as the one I already have. Yeah, it's the same as the one I already have. So there we go. Thanks to Gantry Tech. We're already kitting it. We're already modding it. Frostbite is a shiz. Frostbite is cool. The downside is you don't have your bed as hot as you normally would, so you're not putting as much heat into the printed chamber, so your layer adhesion is going to suffer. That's kind of why I don't like the Frostbite. The Glacier is nice. The Glacier is nice. Actually, I have a Frostbite in that Core 1, and I've taken it out because it's too cold. It's not cold enough, or it prints too cold. But the Cryo Grip Pro Glacier is nice. I don't lower the temp. If you don't lower the temp with the Glacier, it's a little, or Cryo Grip, or whatever the other one. Where's the bag? If you don't lower the temperature with the Frostbite, it sticks too good to the bed and can actually damage it. The Glacier is fine. The Glacier, you just print ever so slightly colder, or you don't even really need to worry about it. So, Glacier, I like. Frostbite, I think if you were printing just PLA and PETG on open frame machines, it might be better, but because, yeah. Those are official Prusa design. I mean, they're not official, but like, these are Big Tree Tech. They're not official. Well, I mean, they're official Big Tree Tech. It's just they're the same size as the Prusa bed. Anyone can make a bed for a printer. It's just a DXF file. Most of the time, you can just make a rectangle and call it a day. Glacial for ABS at 110 bed, 45 chamber. I mean, the Core 1 chamber gets into the 50s. Okay, we got 1 minute left for the giveaway. If you have not entered yet, link in the video description. Enter for your chance. Do this now. Click the button, enter, become a channel member. Do the things. Because we're doing the giveaway. And then I gotta go pick up the little guy from school and then go grocery shopping. Okay. Okay, let's do this giveaway. Let's do this giveaway. Settings, published, accepting responses. We have over 300 people in chat, yet only 252 people entered. So, copy that, copy that, copy that, copy that, put this over here. Names. Special day today? Is it a special day? I mean, it's Tuesday. Remember when we had more entries than viewers? Yeah, I don't know what happened there. I don't know if it's just, you know, enough people have polymaker filament or what. But it is what it is. Okay, add names. Add names, clear, open, names, 253, 252. Just double check, make sure we got the right people. Yep, okay. Random, names, oh wait, we got 252, okay. So we got random, bots, 252, the gauntlet, play. So remember how it works. If you win, you get a free spool of polymaker filament. If I pick your ball though, and you are the lucky ball, you get a free hat. This one right here. Boom, right there, this one. Collie, if you win, you get a free hat along with your spool of filament from Polymaker. Good luck, everyone. And also, don't forget, there won't be a stream on Friday. I will attempt to do a stream at Rocky Mountain Rep Rap Fest like I do every year. So it'll probably be Saturday, maybe Sunday at some point during the day. I don't know exactly when though, but there will be a stream from the floor like I usually do at Rep Rap Fest. So, and maybe there'll be some other stuff. Who knows? We'll see. Maybe I'll try and sneak away to a QA. Oh, who's that? Who's that? Oh, well, you failed. A lot of people are flying off the course today. Printing prototypes. What kind of prototypes? Are they spice related prototypes? Are they hot sauce related prototypes? Remember, exclamation mark zoom zoom makes you go faster. Exclamation mark gullible makes everyone else go slower. And if you like the smash button, ring the bell, and are subscribed to the channel, you gotta be subscribed. That's the important part. It actually greases your ball up and makes it go even faster. So. Any videos up this week? Yep. Video from, if I get it edited today, I got to send it off to Bondtech just to make sure we don't, I don't leak anything that shouldn't be on camera. But I do have a factory tour video of Bondtech that should be out this Saturday or Sunday. So I just got to get the video actually approved first and finish editing it, which shouldn't take too long. Who's in the lead? The Haggerty is in the lead. Oh, 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 that's dangerous. Oh, that was dangerous. Oh, 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 Fisher's in the lead now. It's up to you, Fisher. It's up to you. It's your game to lose it. It's your game to lose. Huh? Oh, who's that? Who's that? Ooh, that was a snipe. 3D-Fi my life with the snipe. 3D-F-I-Y. 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 Let me find you here. That was a snipe. Control F, 3D-F. Where is that at? 3D-Fi my life. There you go. That was a snipe. Congratulations. Okay. There's the final results for those wondering. Okay, so we're going to call it there. Don't barrel roll. Okay, so yeah, so 3D-Fi my life, you will get an email from me after the stream ends here with information on how to collect your filament from Polymaker. For everyone else, better luck next time. We'll continue on with this build series. It'll be next Tuesday. One second here. Just sending an email off for the winner. Cool. Okay. So yeah, so you will get an email after the stream ends. For everyone else, I want to give a huge shout out to Prusa for sending over this kit to build and test and evaluate and all that jazz. Again, YouTube disclosure, I'm not being paid for this build series, but I do get to keep this printer free of charge at the end of the build series. So disclosure there. And shout out to Polymaker for the spool of filament we gave away this stream and every stream. Links for all of them and more in the video description. Affiliate links don't cost you anything extra. Go a long way in supporting the channel. So be sure to check them out if you do plan on purchasing anything 3D printed related. And some of them, like gamer subs, use code Canuck and save 10% on your order. And for those that donate to the channel, gifted memberships to others, or became members of the channel yourself, I thank you. Would not be able to do the things I do, create the content I create without your continued support. You make it all possible. That's it for today. We will continue on with part 4 of this build series on Tuesday because I'm going to Rocky Mountain again. So there won't be a regular stream on Friday and there won't be a regular stream on Saturday, but there should be at least one stream this weekend at some random time live from the floor at Rocky Mountain. Next week, we'll continue on with our regular build series. This on the Tuesday, the Pro Forge on the Friday, and the Venture XL on Saturday night. I'm Taylor, the Canuck Creator. Enjoy the rest of your week. Be safe out there. Wash your hands, and I will see you in the future. Goodbye. Everything's computer.